It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. Hi, Vera.
Hey, Heather. How's it going?
It's going okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
That was your... you went to see your dad or came to see your dad.
I did because he finished his chemo and radiation treatment. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to surprise him. And, you know, I have an amazing brother-in-law that works for an airlines. And so I got buddy passes to go see him. So I was able to do that. So I'm very thankful for that. But I guess it was hard because I wanted to see some people who was there because I was there for a week and I didn't get to see anybody because he's worse off than I thought he was.
Yeah.
So
no, I purposely, when you were here, I purposely wasn't like, so when can you come? When can I see you? When can I see you? Because I know, well, you're here to celebrate, but still not an easy time.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be up your butt and just be like, so when can I see you? When can I see you? Because I know sometimes that can happen, especially again, it's not like you were here just for a vacation.
Yeah. And I came in, you know, Saturday night and I saw my dad Sunday and I was like, oh, okay, so he's not doing great. And then Monday we had a case of the Mondays, big time. He had fallen and like just couldn't get up. And then on Tuesday I had like started planning. I met with my old boss and that was really cool to do. But then from there, it just like shit hit the fan and like went all kinds of haywire.
Yeah.
Like he wound up having to go to my sister's house and like just it's been a cluster of Fness.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to figure out what the hell our next steps are.
Exactly. Yeah. I can only imagine. You just got to kind of go with the flow and do the best you can.
Yeah. For reals. How are you? Or how are your meds finally kicking in? I saw you did something socially after I left.
Yes, I did. Well, it was, you know, I'm a member of this organization. It's called Springtime Tallahassee. And normally, if it weren't for COVID, we would have had what we do is we put on this parade and a big festival to celebrate Tallahassee because they're always wanting to move the capital to Orlando or, you know, near Mickey Mouse or something. But anyway, that normally would have been this last Saturday. So rather than, obviously, we couldn't have the parade and festival because of COVID. So we just had a little get together, you know, outside and had like a little barbecue and everything. So that was nice because everybody was able to, not everybody. And there were still some people who didn't come because they're being cautious, but.
And you were like, caution to the wind.
Right.
Hey, do you have your COVID shot?
Yeah, actually I got my first one Sunday and it totally knocked me on my butt. Really?
Which one did you get?
Pfizer.
Okay. My sister got Moderna the other day.
And her first one or her second one?
First one.
How did she feel?
Fine.
See, for me, and again, you know, she has an autoimmune things going on.
It's not active
too.
though.
Okay. Yeah. See, mine is active. So it was kind of like, so my left arm started to hurt after a little while, a few hours, and then it hurt more, and then it hurt more. And then I felt kind of like it just spread everywhere. And then it was like, oh, okay. So it's just kind of like my magnified RA. And then I started my period and that made it. And, you know, always the first day or two, I always feel like I'm hit by a truck with that anyway. So I literally yesterday slept almost the entire day and was able to sleep all last night.
Yeah.
So, you know, but my arm feels a lot better. I was able to sleep on it last night, which I think was part of a problem because I couldn't sleep on my left side on Sunday night and that caused some problems. So yeah.
See, my left side's my side that I can't sleep on very often because of my hip. So I got it in my left arm. I was thinking. Okay. If you're looking for a vaccine and you cannot seem to find any, go to vaccinespotter.org. That's what I've used for a few of my friends and family members to get a vaccine. And that's like, these are like providing you fit certain things that you need to fit. Like in Florida right now, it's 50 and over, but it's 16 and up if you have a certain one, you know, one of those things like you have your autoimmune disease. My sister has asthma and, stuff like that. Sorry, HIPAA. I shouldn't have given out that information. But anyways, but they were successful in finding vaccines that way. So if you are eligible for a vaccine, you're having trouble doing it, go to vaccinespotter.org. I've used it several times with great success. Great success.
Yeah. No, I can't remember if that's the one that I used. I used something like that, and it was helpful just to find, because what I did was I got a note from my doctor saying that I have, I'm compromised.
Well, you have to in Florida.
Yeah. So yeah, every state is different. So at least in Florida, but the thing is though, then I found, oh, cool. The CVS around the corner from me has it. And when I signed up for it, it asked me, do you fall into this category? And I was like, yes. And I went there with my letter and everything. They didn't even ask to see my letter.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know because they're dropping it's going to be 16 and up here in Florida, I think in a couple of weeks. So
Colorado, I think is going that way in April 2nd. I think it's wide open.
Yeah. So, which is great. And we can all get vaccinated. The faster we all get vaccinated, the better.
Agreed.
That's what I believe.
We were
vaccine on your ass.
It's you just have to be prepared for it. Like be prepared that you're going to feel kind of crummy for a couple days. And
Jerry, he got both of his and he's 68 years old and he felt fine.
Yeah.
Both shots, got both. Oh. No problems. Maybe his arm was a little sore. That was it.
That Italian in him.
Right.
Damn it. Just kidding. I'm Italian. And I was like,
I know.
I felt so tired. I was just like, I'm just exhausted. So I get my second one in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, of course, I just got mine Sunday, so you can do the math there.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. But it's different. The second, did you get your second appointment already?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
yeah. Good. Yeah. They asked me to go ahead and set it up all at once.
Yeah. Because some people are saying that they're not setting them up then and they're like, but then they heard from another friend that they were, and they were like, So make sure you get your second appointment set up.
Yeah. And I will say too, at CVS, again, I don't know, depending on where you are, it was very easy and I didn't even have to wait. I had a 12:15 appointment. I was in and out of there by like 12:20.
Wait, did they make you wait?
No, they said they're like, just see how you feel. If you want to wait, you can. You don't have to if you don't feel bad. Yeah.
I feel like CVS is going to get in trouble right now.
I don't know, but
I feel like that's against protocol.
My plan was to just shop. I had to get a couple little things. I was craving a Coke, and I decided I was going to reward myself with some Fritos too. So
dang, you went off the wagon.
I did, man. I deserved it. I got a shot. It's like when you're a little kid, you get an ice cream.
I used to get like candy. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get Luke TCBY and frozen yogurt.
Tickbee.
Yep. So anyway, my plan was I'm not going to sit there because that's boring. So I just shopped and, puttered around for a few minutes.
Had to sit for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what they did to Jerry too.
Yeah. And I brought the iPad because I had Baker with me.
Yeah.
And I just looked at my phone for 30 minutes. Well, we had a potty emergency. So we had to,
yes.
pack everything up. I just got everything set up. I was like, you're wiggling a lot, friend. Do you need to go potty? And he's like, no. And he's like, I was like, And so I'm like packing. I'm like, hey, I gotta go. And he's like, because I didn't know where the bathroom was in this building either. So I was like,
oh no, yes.
And I didn't bring any extra clothes because why would I?
Well, no, because you didn't think you were going to be gone that long. But yes, I remember those. Do you have to go potty? No. Then 3 minutes later, I have to go potty.
Yeah, hauling butt to the bathroom.
I used to say it with Luke and Jerry, between Jerry and his, having to pee all the time. And Luke, when he was little, I knew where every bathroom was in Tallahassee because no matter where we were, it was like somebody had to pee at some point. Yeah, those were the days. La la la.
Well, today we have an exciting topic because I think that we fall on opposite sides, and typically we are pretty aligned in things that we talk about, but with minute differences, but I think we are both very different on this one, and it's imposter syndrome.
Yeah, which I kept hearing about imposter syndrome. So-and-so has imposter syndrome. Do you have imposter syndrome? I was like, imposter syndrome? That sounds so like, oh my God, what if somebody has imposter syndrome? Do I have imposter syndrome? So I had to look it up, of course, which apparently it's where you don't accept your successes.
Yeah.
And I actually found an article in Time Magazine, and I can read you the official definition of it, but it says that it's the idea that you've only succeeded due to luck and not because of your talent or qualifications. And it's first identified in 1978 by some psychologists. And they theorized that women were actually more prone to imposter syndrome, but they've found since then that men, it's pretty equal, that men and women both suffer from it. So it's kind of like, you could be successful and then still have the tendency to go, oh no, well, it was just because I was in the right place at the right time. Or, it's a little bit of like perfectionism plus, I guess you'd call it, maybe. I don't know. But I realized, I was like, oh, good. I don't suffer from imposter syndrome, but our little friend here apparently does.
Yeah. So I definitely have imposter syndrome. It's something that I didn't know had a title until I was part of this other moms group. And like people were saying that, I was like, oh, it's like, kind of sounds like me. But when I was taking my CAE exam, which was the big test that I studied for twice because I did not pass the first time. The second time I passed, I was like, there's no way I passed that test. I was like, no way. And then I got my letter saying that I passed. And I was like, okay, so they clearly like just passed everybody because, it was the first time taking online or something. So I was like, I didn't get this, legitimately, like there was some kind of glitch. So yes, I definitely feel that. And it's just like with everything, and this goes to like jobs, applying for jobs. I won't apply for jobs that like, I don't have every single qualification. And like solid every single qualification, when most other people will apply for jobs, even if they don't have 25% of what they're looking for.
Well, yeah. Well, no, see, I wouldn't do that because that would create anxiety for me. Like, holy shit, what if I get the job and then I don't know what the hell I'm doing?
You do have a little bit of it.
Maybe just a bit, but they say like 70% of people experience it at some point or another. Yeah. And they find that
situational.
Yeah, there you go. Situational imposter syndrome. But they do say it's often connected to anxiety. Yeah. So if you have troubles with anxiety, which Heather.
Oh yeah, totally. Which is, what linked back to PCOS. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. See. Yeah. But supposedly what they say that one of the first things that you can do to overcome it is to acknowledge those thoughts and put them in perspective. So you observe it like, oh yeah, I didn't think I passed that test. I didn't deserve to pass that test or whatever. Mm-hmm. Just say, okay, I see that I'm thinking that, but I'm not going to acknowledge that. I'm not going to engage in that thought pattern. And it says to do that. And then also too, it says learning to value constructive criticism and understanding that you're actually slowing your team down. So if you're working in a team environment, when you don't ask for help, or remembering that the more you practice the skill, the better you'll get at it, all can help. So I guess that people with imposter syndrome sometimes struggle with asking for help, which I sometimes struggle with asking for help. And of course, I think everybody does, especially moms.
Well, I think because people are sort of judgy. Like, oh, she needs help. I don't need help.
Yeah. Well, but then that's the other thing. Maybe people aren't really thinking that, and you're just projecting that judgment onto them. Because
that's what I would do.
Right. Because that's what you would do. You would judge.
Like, why does she need help? We don't need help.
I am perfectly imperfect.
I honestly, though, I really don't. I try not to judge. I mean, I think it's kind of natural in some circumstances. You're like, what the hell? But yeah. But I think I really do honestly try not to, because I know that everybody has different skill sets and not everybody is trained or works the same. Mm-hmm. Mentally.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and I've been in situations too, I have to say, where I've judged like, why is this person asking this question? Like, don't they see there's a sign right there that says the answer, Yeah. But I'm very observant of my surroundings. So, but not everybody is. Like Jerry, I love him, a highly intelligent man, but he is completely oblivious. And there could be a sign right in front of him that says, turn right to go to the bathroom, and he'll stop somebody and say, excuse me, where's the bathroom? Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, Jerry, there's a sign right there. Yeah. But he's just not, he's so in his own head. And it's not because he's not intelligent. He just doesn't function in the world the same way that I do. So I've learned to have some patience with that. But I definitely think that's something sad, though. If you never give yourself credit
Mm-hmm.
for the successes that you have, especially when you're a mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that I mean, I would be, it's like horrifically depressed.
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, for me, I don't think I have it in every single situation. But I think I definitely have it in more situations.
Yeah. Can you think of some situation, like as a mom, like if you can take a step back from you as a mom, that maybe there's something that you don't accept as a success, but that other people might say, no, Heather, that's a success.
I feel like just like with Baker, people are like, oh, he's a good kid. I mean, most times, sometimes he just is off the rails, but for the most part, he's really nice to other people. Not so much Brad and I.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm just like, no, he's a good kid. You know, he's good. So
yeah,
I guess that.
Yeah. Well, but there is that, you know, you start to recognize that the kid knows they can get away with being a turd to you because they know you love them. And so, no, all that rudeness, or even like, you know, with stinky 18-year-olds, they're like that too.
Yeah.
You know, like totally crazy and PO'd and mom, really mom. And then other people are like, oh my God, Lucas is so great. He's so polite and helpful. And da. I'm like, helpful? What?
Yeah.
I have to ask him 5 times to empty the dishwasher.
Can I send all requests through you?
Exactly. Can you please ask him? Can I just text you and you give him a call and say, hey, I think that the dishwasher needs to be unloaded.
Yeah.
Because I can't get him to do it. You know, and then of course, if I ask him too many times, then it's, Mom, get off my back.
Yeah.
Like, I can't win, you know. But yeah. So stuff like that. It definitely, I think, yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, I started telling Baker that I'm going to throw away his toys each time he tells me no.
Oh my gosh.
Have you? I've already yes, I have already thrown away toys.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause don't tell me no. You can say, hey, and I was like, you can say something different than no. Like, Mom, how about this? Or you can even ask me why I want you to do something, but do not tell me no.
Yeah. Just straight away. No.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah. I still, though, I was pretty good at not threatening something that I wouldn't follow through on. So if I threaten something, I definitely follow through. So I would never be able to threaten that because I totally wouldn't have been able to follow through.
100%. I was like, you pick your toy that you want to throw away. And he's like, oh, like a box. I was like, no, a toy.
That's not a toy.
Yeah. And it was some like little trinket thing or whatever. Or I don't even remember. I think it was like a treasure box from like a pirate kit or something.
Yeah.
I feel like that was what I was like, go throw it away now.
Is it working? Is he saying no less?
He's yes and no. Like he does say no less, but I won't, because he's a kid. I don't want to just immediately go to the throwing it away because he may have forgotten, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just until it becomes habit, I want to give him a chance. So I do say, Baker, do we need to start throwing your toys away? And then he'll stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you remind him that that's the rule.
Yeah. Yeah.
When do you think what do you have in your mind? Like, when will you stop? Like,
when he stops telling me no. It's 17 and 11 months. If he says no to me, I'll throw another toy away. I'm not afraid.
There you go. Your car, it's going in the dumpster.
I'm not afraid.
All right.
Like, I want him to think about questioning. Like, you absolutely question me. Absolutely ask me why I'm doing that. And I'm really trying to give him answers, but there is a point where I'm just like, because I need you to do it, Baker. Because like, just ask me, why or whatever, like 15 times.
Yeah. No, I never thought I'd be the mom that says because I said so. And I totally became that mom because eventually at, 10 Ys down the road, you're like, enough, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. I think I'm just sometimes do it right back and say the same thing over and over again.
Why? Yeah.
Because this. Yeah. And it never changes. And maybe that'll form his habit.
Well, I think sometimes the why was just a way to delay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to do it if I keep asking why.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said so. You little evil creature.
Oh, I tell him, I'm like, you are the most adorable little baby I've ever seen, but also the most frustrating one.
I know, exactly. My mother in German, ach, du meine Güte. Still don't know exactly what it means, but.
You say it into Google and she'll tell you.
I have no idea how you spell it. I just know what it sounds like.
Say it into Google.
I can do that?
I think so, yeah.
Really? Ooh, look, can I try? Let's try now.
Okay.
Why not? Here, I've got my phone. I can say it into Google on my phone, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, hang on.
Say translate whatever.
Okay.
Everybody's just hanging out. It's just riveted and hanging on to every
I know.
Pause.
Well, this is what my mother used to say to me all the time when I was driving her crazy. So, or maybe should I ask Siri on the phone or just do a search on Google?
Google Translate.
Okay, translate.
We've gotten grossly off subject.
I know. Well, what else is new?
So you do that and I'll keep talking. So if you are thinking that you have imposter syndrome, it's very common for people. So definitely take a look at what areas are causing you anxiety or causing you stress or the things that you don't acknowledge, and start acknowledging them. Be asking for help from others, because it's okay to ask for help, but you've got to know also when you're asking for help as a crutch versus you really need help. Because I'll do that. Like I'll ask past things by my boss a lot, even though I have an answer and our answers may be different. I have an answer and I have a solution, but I will pass things by her because she's my crutch.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, I think I found it.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's try. What?
What?
Voice input isn't supported on this browser. Never mind. Whatever. Sorry, I didn't want to waste everybody's time.
We'll figure it out and then we'll let you know.
That's right.
What it means.
So yes, but you can email us, ican'tmomtodaypodcast@gmail.com. And of course, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all the YouTube and all the fun places. And don't forget to rate the podcast.
Yeah.
And say, Vera, geez Louise, why'd you waste our time with that stupid translate crap?
And not even accomplish it.
Exactly.
But if you want to give us examples of your times that you've experienced imposter syndrome and how you've overcome it, or maybe you haven't overcome it and you need help, the ladies in our group are amazing and super helpful. So definitely reach out on Facebook, because that's the most active.
Yes, the Facebook group, not the page, the group.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.